Assalamu alaikum ladies. So a lot of you have been writing to me asking for me to do more of these talky kinds of videos, and I'm going to do these based on requests. So if you've got a topic that you'd like for me to make a video about, then leave it in the comments under this video. Hang on! Before your eager fingers start typing, I just want to say, please don't ask me to make videos about eyebrow shaping, makeup, colourful hijabs, music permissibility, etc, etc. I'd also suggest you don't ask Sheikh Google. Go and ask a reputable scholar who can give you the answer that you are seeking, and then put that into practice for yourself. I'm not knowledgeable enough to answer those questions, so don't ask me to give you e-fatwas because I'm not going to do it. On to today's topic. Today's topic is things people misunderstand about hijab. I've wanted to make a video about this topic for a while because it's stuff that I've kind of learned over the past few years, and I figured it deserved a video of its own. The first misunderstood thing is that not all hijabis are forced to cover. Yes, of course, I'm not saying that women don't get forced. Of course, in some families, in some cultures, in some countries, it's enforced upon women. However, more and more women, especially women in the West, are choosing to wear hijab. See? Welcome. Common sense. And I wish others would practice common sense as well. Because for example, when somebody tells you they started wearing hijab after they got married, or after they did something in their life that involved another. So for example, if you got married and wore hijab and there was a new man in your life, automatically it's like, did he make you cover up? No, but I have my own brain. I can make my own choices. Hey, some of our husbands didn't even know that we started covering. We just came home one day, covered, and just decided to stay covered, right?
Right.
By the way, I've done a video talking about why I started wearing hijab, but if you want for me to make like an updated one going into more detail about the whole situation, then again, leave a comment below or thumbs up this video. Anywho, moving on. Misunderstood thing number 2. No. We are not bald under here. Misunderstood thing number 3. I personally don't think that people who don't cover or aren't in hijab are bad. I don't think that the act of covering can define how good of a person, let alone how good of a Muslim. I don't think that necessarily defines how good you are. Now is the serious part of the video. Hijab is a very personal choice that a woman makes. It's like this visual commitment that she makes to cover herself for his sake. Such a direct personal thing. A big symbol of where a woman is in her relationship with God. And yet for some reason, this act of commitment is criticized the most. People point fingers and people judge, and I get that. Judgmental behavior is not in any way, shape or form limited to religious communities. It's not a Muslim thing, it's not a Christian thing, it's not a Jewish thing, it's not even a secular thing. It's just a thing that all humans have. It's a part of human nature. It's okay because that's how we've been reared. We make that choice. We make those base assumptions about things and then decide whether or not we like those things. Society, since we've been kids, has been telling us to judge things. I remember I was a kid and I wanted a Barbie. I wanted a Barbie because I was a bit tomboyish, I had a husky voice, I wasn't very feminine, I couldn't even scream. Like, if I tried to scream, just a random shout would come out. Instead of ah, I'd go ah. Obviously now I can scream, but back then I literally, my voice box wouldn't allow me to scream. That's how not feminine I was. So I wanted to buy a Barbie. It was the ultimate symbol of being a girl. Me and my mum went shopping, and at that time we didn't have much money. So of course we picked out the doll that was on sale, and it happened to be Cindy. And I was cool with that. Cindy pretty much looked like Barbie, didn't she? Little did I know, Barbie was a status symbol, and at that time I didn't realise it's not a Barbie, I was buying a Cindy. So I took it home, and of course I was teased for it. I was teased because other kids would judge me on A, not being able to afford the Barbie, and B, just having really bad taste in dolls. So of course we're raised that way, we judge, and kids judge as well. So it's fine, I understand everybody has this need to judge. But I think if you really want to go out and make a positive difference and ensure that people are doing what you consider to be right, because again that's relative. Educate your family, educate the community, set up support groups, because if it is that good, it will inspire you to do it in a positive way. Sisters don't wear hijab with the expectation of being degraded, and they're not wearing it to be graded either. They're wearing it for God and not for people. This misunderstanding that somehow the wearing of hijab means, hey everyone, come and judge me, yeah, what do you think of the way I've worn my hijab and the style and the colour? Do you think it's halal enough, and do you think I'm living my life in a Muslim enough way for you? That's not what it says. Misunderstood thing number 4. Guys have hijab. Yes, Just like a woman is covered from head to toe, bar her face, her hands, and some scholars say the feet as well, the guys must also be covered from the navel to the knee. Those differences in what qualifies as a private part exist because of physical differences, but the one common thing is the hijab of conduct and how you interact with the opposite sex. Nobody should be out there saying, don't be a test for me. It's your nafs that's your test for you. Lower your gaze if you feel like you're attracted to somebody. And that's your hijab, lowering the gaze. It's as simple as that. Misunderstood thing, the final one, number 5. Hijabis are not being unpatriotic by the act of wearing hijab. Early 1900s, women were dressed relatively modestly. It was like a commonplace thing. And it didn't mean that a woman is being unpatriotic. The act of not covering up or to show certain parts of your flesh, that's a fashion thing. There are certain trends that incorporate the showing of certain parts of the body. So if tomorrow the latest fashion was for everybody to wear an abaya and niqab, I know, it's not going to happen, but just bear with me. People wouldn't have a problem with it. Because it would be a fashionable thing to do. I remember I was watching, what's that show? Make Bradford British. And in there, there's a part where Sister Sabia goes into a bar and she's wearing South Asian get-up and she's covered and she gets harassed. She gets harassed by a man who says that she's being un-British because she's covering up. So if to be British is to not cover up, what you're saying is to be British would mean to follow trends and to be fashionable. By that definition, the man who is harassing Sabia isn't British himself because his get-up was nowhere near being fashionable. That makes no sense whatsoever. And at one point, doesn't he touch her? He touches her leg or something? If I were her, I would be putting my kung fu moves to use. Because that, my friend, is sexual harassment. Touching a woman without her consent is against the law. I don't think hijabis should have to sit there and justify to everybody why wearing the hijab doesn't take away from their Britishness. So I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave this video here. Let me know in the comment section under this video if you have any other topics in mind that you'd like for me to make a video about. My hijab tutorials will continue. Hijab styles for different face shapes series will continue. Once I find sisters with specific face shapes, I might be making a trip to Manchester sometime to meet a special sister. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Inshallah, give it a thumbs up if you did. Remember to tune in next week for more videos. I think I'll try to upload at least one video a week. So come back soon and I will catch you then. Toodles. What are you doing? Say toodles. Toodles, noodles. Say it, baby. I remember my lecturer, he was hilarious, my English lecturer, I wrote to him and I ended my email with toodles. So the next time he wrote to me, he wrote, "Dear Toodles."